Letter number 3. Dear Dave, you're really not that famous. Faithful viewer John Barnes, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Well, you know, John, you may be right. I don't know if I am famous or not. I think we can test this. There's a way to test and see. We'll run a little experiment. Paul, while I'm gone, perhaps a little music. Just a little music while I'm moving here. But we can test this. Out of my way, you damn elves. Just go back here and see if we can conduct a little test. Hi, how are you? Excuse me. Nice to see you. Hi, hello there. Hi, how you doing?
I recognize you. You're David Letterman.
Yeah, that's right.
What brings you here to the land of the mole people?
Well, we're just conducting a little experiment. What are you up to?
A little digging, little eating roots,
right.
Little hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh, what's new with you surface dwellers?
Well, you know, pretty soon the presidential administration of Ronald Reagan will come to an end.
Ronald who?
Never mind. Nice talking to you.
Likewise.
Thank you very much. Try to get some vitamin C. Oh, I'll tell you what, Biff, are you out there?
Yeah, Dave.
Do me a favor, start another elf drill. Well, now even I'm getting sick of the elf drill. But I mean in a really good kind of way. Welcome back to Dave's TV Clubhouse. All right. Two years ago, kids, a young man named Joe Furey became our office receptionist. And we visited with Joe on the show back then, and I thought that tonight would be a good time to catch up with him. So, ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to our office receptionist, the man who answers the phones daily, Joe Furey. Joe, come on out. Hi, Joe. How are you? Nice to see you. So, Joe, congratulations. 2 years ago, you became our receptionist. Tell the folks what you're doing now.
I'm still the receptionist.
Yeah, well, good. Congratulations for hanging on to the job. And I guess after 2 years, you must have a million stories about answering the phones, huh?
Well, sometimes some funny things happen,
Yeah.
like the time your mom called,
Right.
and you said, tell her I'm not here, and her line was still on and she heard everything.
That was pretty funny. And what about famous people, celebrities you must talk to on the phones up there?
Well, sometimes celebrities call, you know, a couple of weeks after they've been on the show, you know, because they haven't received their check.
Yeah, right. But Joe, a couple of months ago, something really exciting happened to you. You appeared on the show in one of our little viewer mail segments. Is that right?
Yeah, that's actually when I introduced my Moleman character.
Moleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. As I recall, the joke was somebody wrote in and said, Dave, we don't think you're that famous. And then I went under the seats, and there was you as Moleman,
Right,
and you knew who I was even though you'd been living underground, right?
Yeah.
Hal, do we have that tape? Let's take a look at that. Joe Furey as Moleman, and we'll show you what we're talking about here. Hi, how you doing?
I recognize you. You're David Letterman.
Yeah, that's right.
What brings you here to the land of the mole people?
Well, we're just conducting a little experiment. What are you up to?
Little digging, little eating roots,
Right.
little hanging out.
Yeah. So there, now that really changed your life, huh?
Yeah, I got thousands of letters and phone calls and interview requests,
Right.
but, you know, after a while, it's kind of like, you know, there's only so many ways you can say thank you,
Right.
and I'm not that great,
Right.
and the show already has a competent host.
Yeah, that's true. So, you know, it's sort of surprising that the Moleman character got that kind of response because the costume was really pretty stupid looking.
Yeah, it didn't really get many laughs either. I guess it just sort of, you know, caused some sort of, you know, got some sort of a reaction from people.
Yeah, I guess
Struck a chord.
I guess it did strike a chord. And you have a book now, is that right, Joe?
Yeah, actually I do.
Where is that? Oh, here it
A
is.
copy of it right here.
Hold
It's
that
called
up. Yeah.
Moleman Joe Furey talks to young people about premarital sex.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
That's very admirable. And what's next for Moleman?
Well, I actually have a variety special coming up on another network. Yeah, I think we have a promotional photo of it.
A little photo from the show?
Yeah, it's called Moleman, Joe Furey, and Ghostbuster Ernie Hudson, Two Different Worlds.
Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, he was the Black Ghostbuster. No one really remembers him.
I see. Okay, well, we'll certainly be looking forward to that, Joe. Nice to see you. Congratulations on a great 2 years. Joe Furey, kids. We'll be right back after this commercial. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the furor over the character of Moleman, played by our own office receptionist Joe Furey, continues to grow. So to catch up on recent developments, please welcome our own office receptionist Joe Furey as the Moleman. Joe, come on out. So, to briefly recap now, you played this Moleman character in a little silly skit we did a couple of months ago on Viewer Mail, and it has apparently just taken off like crazy.
Oh, it's amazing. I've been so busy I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, like what kind of things?
Well, if you happen to see Comic Relief 3, that's me there. I co-hosted it with Robin and Billy and Whoopi.
You did a great job.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Also, while I was out there, I managed to catch a Lakers game, too.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, there you are with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, it was great.
You must have had a terrific time.
Oh, it was great. It was great. And I guess at this point I can go public with this. Whoopi and I are now seeing each other.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you're like deeply in love then, I guess, huh?
Yes.
How could you not be? But I understand that not everything that's happened to you since Moleman took off has been pleasant.
No. The receptionist at the Cosby Show, a jerk by the name of Steve Utley, is apparently dressing up like me and calling himself Ferret Boy.
Oh, no.
So I'm suing his butt.
Well, good. That's the only thing you can do. Well, the reason we wanted to have Joe come out here tonight, we thought it'd be fun to have the audience members ask questions. Do you mind, Joe?
Oh, no.
Do you have a question? Yes, ma'am. Do you have a question for Joe Furey, Moleman here?
How is Joe Furey different from the character Moleman?
Good question.
Yes, it is a good question.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's kinder. I like to think he's more sensitive. He's not as aggressive.
Great. Excellent question. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Do you have a question for Joe Furey, Moleman?
What goes into getting into the Moleman costume?
Okay.
Well, the process actually takes over 6 hours. We actually have a piece of videotape that
let's take a look.
My day begins at 5 a.m. That's when I arrive at makeup. First, basic pancake layers. Then, a prosthetic chin is put in place. That takes about an hour to dry, during which I get a bald wig and a false brow. Special contact lenses change the color of my eyes to earth tones. Painful rods are inserted into my mouth to extend the lips. And there's the final result.
Well, that's informative. We have time for one more question. Yes, ma'am. What can we do for you?
I feel kind of funny asking, but could I give you a kiss?
Oh, Joe, do you mind?
Sure.
Okay, come on down here. That's great. Hurry, we don't have much time. That's very sweet. Okay, great. So, Joe, before you go, I have a question. With all the success you've achieved, would you ever consider leaving your job as our receptionist?
Never. Answering the phones keeps me sane. It's my rock. It's my anchor.
Great. Well, glad to hear it, and continued success for Moleman, Joe Furey. Thank you very much, Joe Furey, Moleman. We'll be right back here with Mario Andretti.